Welcome back to the basement, the friendliest place on YouTube. We're playing Wind Waker, of course.
Of course,
what else
we
would we
are.
be playing on a Saturday morning?
We'll probably is this coming out on a Saturday morning?
Sometimes.
I see.
So usually, I mean, it's kind of our Saturday morning thing, unless we, want to play a lot of Mario Maker 2 or something like that.
Saturday morning cartoons.
One Saturday morning.
Pete and Ted's Excellent Adventure on the High Seas with Link.
After
Zelda.
these messages, we'll be right back.
Ba-doot-doot.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
It was so jazzy. Okay, so we got a little ways to go here.
Wow, we should have maybe started this episode after we did this.
Well, we got to listen. We're going through uncharted territory, so if we see
literally uncharted territory.
So if we see the fish that calls us small fry, we can feed him and get information. Would I go faster if
it's like information, except it's a little abbreviated, but then unabbreviated again.
Where do we buy the sail? Not Windfall, but like the next main island.
No, you buy the sail at Windfall.
Windfall, not Outset.
Not Outset.
Yeah, that's where the confusion is for me. Is I always think that what's this? Right.
I tried something new that didn't work very well.
We'll get better at it.
That's how you get better at anything.
Uh-oh.
I was talking to a guy one time, right? And I walked up to the guy and I says, "Hey, how do you get better at playing your musical instrument? How do you get to Carnegie Hall?"
Wow, look at all this treasure.
And he says, "Practice, practice." And I said, "That's pretty good, but I think we should add another practice." And that's how that whole phrase was born.
And that's how you got to be a practice fiend. I don't know. I don't know what button is the sail.
The stop sailing or the wind?
No, I wanted to do the crane thing.
Oh,
there it is.
The D-pad on the right. Do you think you got anything?
Nope.
Oh.
I'm close, though.
You are close. There were like 5 glowy circles.
Huh?
And you were all like, "I'm going to get that glowy circle.
Yeah, we're really close.
I'm going to show that glowy circle
Let's
with
try
mouse."
one more time. Nope.
Oh.
Okay, whoops. That's out.
Abandoned ship! We didn't get anything!
Okay, how do I got me a Chrysler. It's as big as a whale. I've got to set sail. There we go. Set sail.
Nice. Yeah, what's up, Peter?
What's new with you?
Well,
it's been a while since we recorded Wind Waker.
It's true. Hey, there's the
there
fish.
He is.
Talk to him. Oi, small fry. I just got back from a voyage of my own. I went to a little town called Mexico.
Oi, small fry.
It's so little that it's actually a whole country called Mexico. A little town called Cabo San Lucas. I got a vacation there with my wife, and it was awesome, and we had a really good time. We went on the ocean. So this is like totally appropriate. This is the first game that we play since we get back.
Super appropriate. You ever been caught in one of those cyclones? Instantaneously, if you had that power, you wouldn't spend so much time sailing. What do you think? That's all the info.
We don't have the...
bait.
Oh gosh, we need to get the...
Swift sail.
As soon as we get the bow and arrow, we're doing that thing where we can warp. Because this is...
Yeah.
Tedious. Speaking of tedious...
Yeah. Mexico. So tedious.
Well, I mean, that's where I was kind of going. So, like, first of all, if you've never been to Mexico, I assumed that, cacti would be, like, maybe one cactus every 2,000 yards. But, like, where we were, it's like a forest of cactuses. They're just everywhere. Tons of cacti.
Terrible cacti.
I think that's what you say.
It is what you say.
Yeah. Cacti,
it's like
octopi,
hippopotami?
Hippopotami? Is
That's
that
right.
really?
Yeah.
Why? But
rhinoceroses is the plural of rhinoceros.
Rhinoceroses? That's stupid.
It has to do with one of them being like a Latin root and one of them being a Greek root. Somebody prove me right in the comments.
Yeah,
below.
Linguist, please.
What is that island?
I want a real linguist to...
Wait, how do I get more?
That's a fairy island. It's very interesting.
Where's my spoils bag? I don't have any bait right now. We're gonna have to visit what's his name.
You would have had more bait, but you threw some in the water randomly when you were trying to crane.
I had to experiment.
That's true. Speaking of spearmint, I'll get back to my story about Cabo now.
Speaking of spearmint, how about gum? Sometimes it's that flavor.
I do have a story about spearmint in just a minute, but so we went to Cabo and we rode on a bus, and on the bus I started like feeling kind of motion sick. I didn't throw up, but I was kind of like, ooh. And on the way back, we had to take the bus back to the airport, and Lisa said, how are you feeling? And I was like, I feel like that motion sickness might kind of set in again. And she's like, here, hold on. And she Googled it. And a trick, if you have motion sickness or you get motion sickness in a bus or a car or a plane or a train or an automobile, no.
Put your ear in water.
Close. You look at the horizon. You just stare at the horizon, not anything moving by. And that was why I was getting sick, because I was taking in all of like the really cool like cactuses, cacti, and if there were, I would have been looking at the hippopotami, but there weren't,
or all
so
the
I didn't do
rhinoceroses.
that. Yeah, or the rhinoceros. So that's a good trick, guys. If you wanna, if you're getting motion sick right now, look at the horizon. I know that Do So Confidently gets motion sick when playing Minecraft, so maybe you need to look at the Minecraft horizon and not like the Minecraft hand or whatever.
That makes sense though, like a point of reference, something steady.
Well, yeah, it's just it stays still that way, and then the only things that are moving are in your periphery instead. So that was very, very helpful. But we did some cool things down there. We went snorkeling and we saw a bunch of fish. Like so Mexico is shaped like a kind of like a weird pointy hand, and it's got like this pinky finger that pops off over here that's below California, right? And so the Gulf of Mexico is on this side and Pacific Ocean's on this side, and Cabo what are you doing over there? Cabo's is like on this little pinky finger, and there's a gulf in between here and the Pacific Ocean, and Cabo's right on the tippy point. So like when we went to go snorkeling, we went around the point, and the tour guide was like, okay, and now you're in the Pacific Ocean. Like, it literally, the point is the marker.
Welcome to the ocean.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. But we went snorkeling and I saw a fish, and I was like, oh, that was a cool fish. And then I was like just kind of looking at the bottom of the seabed, because you could see all the way down. It was a little tiny bit murky, but you could see almost all the way down. And I was looking at the floor of the ocean, and it kind of was like waving, sort of like interestingly. Like, I was like, ooh, the sand has kind of got this cool sort of wavy pattern to it. And I realized at that moment that it wasn't the ocean floor. It was a giant school of fish that was so big that it just looked like the ocean floor.
Creepy.
No, it was cool. It was a bunch of like smaller fish. Like, it wasn't like, big fish.
No, 100%
that'd be scary.
Creepy.
But
look at these guys.
It was soups cool, dude. Whoa.
Yeah. Look at their little nipples. They're not wearing shirts.
They're so tiny.
They have suntans.
Wow.
Treasure on the seafloor, aren't you?
Har, har, har.
Bub. Fishless sea. Only pirates, monsters, and treasure hunters like ourselves, and maybe some other things I've never heard of. Yeah. Dwellers?
Wait, what? What did he say? Island dwellers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not us. No. We're basement dwellers.
Yeah. Totally.
But if you're under the water, you're like in the basement of the ocean. So maybe that's... Whoa, you get your treasure chart.
I'm glad I talked to the nipples.
Hey, my eyes are up here behind this glass so you can't see my eyes.
Got nothing else to look at. I think I know what the thumbnail and title of this episode might be.
So Peter, I went on a trip, but what have you got coming up? I heard you have some exciting news.
Oh, I'm buying a house tomorrow.
Oh!
As we're recording. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. A house with a basement in it, and the basement has a room in it, and that room is going to have
so excited.
The basement in it.
And speaking of that, we're going to have to get that new upgraded computer all set up.
Yeah, we are.
So we'll want to take care of that relatively soon.
Tell our computer guy to get on it.
Yeah, we should do it. I mean, we've got a plan, basically. We just need to go ahead and make the purchases. Ooh, wandering traveler who seeks the guidepost of goddesses.
Okay.
Put the pearl in my hands. I guarantee no one will try to steal it. It only looks like a magic
should have
gem.
put a pearl in its hands.
Oh.
You placed Farore's pearl in the ancient statue's hands. Guess what? That's all three, and it's going to draw a triangle, and that triangle is going to be Triforce, and this is going to get demonetized by Nintendo. Actually, they don't do that anymore, so we're good.
Yeah, thank you, Nintendo, for not, doing that anymore. It was super annoying. He was all scared.
Wait a minute, I thought there'd be an explosion. Guess not. I'm Link.
I love how cartoony.
Whoa, the statue turned into a hot gummy chick. I hope the others are gummies now.
I want a blue raspberry gummy.
Be a
chick.
gummy. She's a gummy.
Yummy, yummy, gummy.
Oh,
I bet this
man.
one's cherry.
Like a gummy Venus de Milo.
I've seen the real Venus de Milo. Did I tell you that?
I saw a gummy Venus de Milo. You saw
For
the real
real?
one?
Yeah, when I went to France.
Cool.
Yeah, we went to the Louvre. And in the Louvre, I thought you were handing it to me, but you're
I just
letting
wanted
everybody
you guys to hear
hearing the vibrations that were like rattling the Fisher-Price controller.
I wonder if they'll be able to.
Dude, this is so cool. I remember
tower
when this came out of the water the first time I saw it. Poor Link.
Such good. And here he goes.
The comedy
Yeah,
in this one
the
is so
timing is
good.
really good.
I want more of that
Yeah.
in an upcoming Zelda game. Not the
Too
new
bad the
Breath of
upcoming ones
Wild,
get all like
dark and creepy,
evil of the underworld.
which
I'm
is
looking forward to
exciting
that.
and
Yeah,
cool.
I want to play it right now.
Speaking of which, Peter, Evil in the Underworld.
Evil
There's
in
a
my
game-
underwear.
There's a game that I would like to play on our secondary channel.
Oh shh.
Oh, it's a secret. You can't.
We don't
know.
have a secondary channel.
Nope. And it's totally
And if we did,
Family
we
friendly.
certainly would not play games that we would not play on this channel on it.
right because they're too scary or gross.
You must believe in your own courage.
Okay.
Okay.
I read
I'm
an
good.
interesting quote this week.
Yeah.
It says that courage is born in the presence of fear, not in spite of it.
Huh.
So,
I disagree.
if you want to... Really? Where do you think courage is born then? In the Triforce! Of course.
I don't know, in a hospital bed.
The Force is the horse, the Force, of course.
Man, I cannot wait to explore the Tower of the Gods
In the basement.